What's going on, guys? WadeX98 here again. With another freaking patch notes. It's like third time I've tried to record this.
Someone can't speak.
It's the third time I've tried to record this thing. Give me a break here. It's broken every single time, and you're not helping. As you can tell, I have Fang with me, and every single time I've tried to record this, there's been something break, and I'm trying, and I think it just broke again. Did it just break again?
No.
No? Oh, no? Okay. It's just very quiet. Got really quiet.
Sadly.
Oh, I see how it is. So this is the 3.24 PTS patch notes, Journey to Hi-Res Expo, and there's 2 skins, 3 mastery skins, 1 god change. There's not a whole lot in this. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of stuff. I'm hoping to not drag this out for just the 2 hours like we normally drag it out. If Fang is even still here, I have no idea. He is not. So like I said, it breaks every time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the patch and hope it fixes itself in that. I'm just tired of it. So first off, we have Hun.bots. Hun.bots, which is it's like Run.ex Mercury or Jag.rar. Shibalanke, in that it's very futuristic, very, how you say, just electronic Tron-esque. I didn't actually get to see this skin. I don't think it's gonna play. It didn't play. Didn't actually get to see the skin because I was streaming at the time, and I realized a little late. So it's a cool skin. It's got a cool voice pack. Got very almost. It's got the same kind of Hunbots Mayan accent with a very electronic theme to it, much like all the rest of them have had, kind of like the same character but with kind of electronic overlay. So it's a cool skin. I don't know what this is going to be in, if this is going to be in the same chest as Jag.rar, or if it's going to be just a buy skin. And did Fang actually come back? No, I thought I heard him. So we're going to see what this monkey has to do, and I mean it's a cool skin. It's just not. I mean, I really do like how they're kind of just. I like the design. I'm not a huge Tron fan, but I did like a little bit of Tron. And this, if the color changes, I don't know for sure if it color changes or not. If it does do the color change, any skin that does that color change is a really cool skin. So, moving on. We have Laughing Skull Bakasura, which is kind of a Grim Reaper type skin. I'm going with. He has a couple kind of cool voice lines where he's just kind of talking about person's been dead, people being dead, stuff like that. And he's got this cool, like, he's always had the Grim Reaper hood, but now his face, instead of being kind of that weird face looking, and then just like the recolor that makes it look like a skull, this is actually kind of has that ivory texture to it, and the skin, there's no longer skin where it covers the teeth and stuff like that, and it's these blades are really nice, actually. Never really thought they'd go that deep into it, but it has the real runes on the sides of the blades, and very sharp and very shiny blades. Even one with a couple kinks in it. So this is this is a cool skin. I can't zoom in on it because you know how they like for me to zoom in on it, and it's just kind of almost a tier 2 Bakasura. I want to say it's a tier 3. I'm not real sure. We already have a tier 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have Ravenous Bakasura. So, that's still not the one I want. So this is going to be kind of a cool skin in the fact that it's just kind of going off what he is. He is that Grim Reaper, eater of people, death, deity? I don't even know if he's monster almost. He's kind of like Medusa. He's not even a god. He's just he's not even a deity. He's just a eater of souls. So Bakasura, of course, both of these are not really my forte. I don't play. There's no support Hanbots or support Bakasura yet. So I mean, it's kind of just not my forte. I'm not really playing. I don't really play him, so it may not be something I pick up. But I mean, a Bakasura player or a Hanbots player could very well want to go for those. Next up, we have the Masteries, and of course, since Hunbots and Hunbots and Bakasura got their Masteries, we have Bakasura Mastery skins redone, and Hunbot's Mastery skins redone, and of course Thoth got his Masteries, which, to be honest with you, the Thoth Masteries look really good. Thoth may not be good right now, but it looks really good. It goes all the way down to his Glyphics, and I mean, it's super shiny. Got a little bit of green in there to kind of complement him, and I mean, it's those new Masteries, and I think his armor really does like go with it well. His Glyphics are different colors, and his pages of the book have the gold lining and everything in it. So it's a really cool. I cannot get over these new Mastery skins, and again, the Mastery cards being the old cards just with the redone like Bakasura color scheme. So, and for Bakasura, the teeth are gold, and all of his like bone fragments that he has sticking out of him are also gold, but his skin and his face and everything are of the same color. So you'll see, cause kind of those are, I guess you say weaponry in almost, or armor. So, I mean, just redone Masteries for those two. How don't we get a better look at Hanbots? I mean, the contrast between the monkey fur and the diamond is the best, but if you want to talk about which one of these looks the best just based on color scheme, it's definitely the legendary. I mean, Hanbots looks really good in the legendary. The dark really does look good on Bakasura, and the just black and gold armor on Thoth to complement kind of the dark feather scheme on him is looks good to me. So that's really all the skins. I mean, like I said, this is going to be a small patch, not going to be a whole lot, just because hey, it's not. I mean, they're not trying to do anything groundbreaking before Hi-Rez Expo. Now we have the Uller Dance, which they didn't show. They've been doing that a lot. They say, oh, hey, here, that's in the patch notes, but they don't show it. I don't think they showed it. If you can hear it, my dog's barking. I'm sorry. Next up, we have achievements. There's only 2 achievements. They're for Nike. The first one is Path to Victory. Nike completes all 3 goals on her passive in 20 minutes. So speed running that passive, being super aggressive, getting the kills, farming really well, killing all the minions. There you go. And then this one is an extremely hard achievement. I'm actually really happy that they're giving actually a hard achievement, because a lot of them are meh. The top was moderate. What this one, Render Way, you actually have to disarm. So use Rend, and 3 of them all 3 hits at the same time on 2 or more gods. Even the developers have said they have not done this. So this is going to be one that's very situational, very hard to get, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be going for it once I start playing her. She actually released yesterday on Xbox. I have not touched her yet, except in Jungle Practice. I plan on using the Triple XP weekend this weekend and just grinding it. So, and the only god change is Nike, because they want to have her on par for Worlds, and she's actually going to be open for the Eager Saturnalia this weekend, which I will be watching because I want to see what the meta looks like going into Worlds, and see how she fits into it, especially with these changes. So, to Victory, of course, she is so good. She's good out through all the game. So, this is very... I don't know. She's so good throughout the game. They needed to focus her on what she's going to be good at. So, being that she's that god of victory and a leader, they wanted her to be more good in the mid to late game when they team fight. So, Sentinel, Zeus, and To Victory were adjusted for that. In that To Victory is now you need 250, so it takes a little bit longer. 250 minions killed, so it takes a little bit longer to get that first stack on your passive down to get that first boost of movement speed and power. And then Sentinel of Zeus also got nerfed. Now, of course, everyone that played her, everyone that talked about it, we knew that the slow was getting nerfed. No, I didn't think it would be this much, though. I thought they'd drop it by like 5% and then 10% at the boosted range, and then like lower the amount of time and everything, like 5 seconds or 4 seconds. Well, they didn't touch the time, which surprised me, but they did drop it to 20%. and then 40%. 20% is almost not noticeable. So you really do have to use the plan of action to get that 40%. So they dropped it 10 and 20 instead of 5 and 10, which was kind of interesting to me. I don't know. I've been hit with 20% slows before, and I just walk away from them a lot of the times. It's like, it's not a huge change, and being that you're barely, and like, you really don't notice the 30% slow that much. And it's only lasting, I think, 6 seconds. The shield does last a long time, though. That's also expected to lower. So, it's only lasting 6 seconds. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Guan Yu does have a 60% slow. People have been, oh, what's a 60% slow feel like? It's Guan Yu has it, and if you get hit with the boost, and it's the conviction boosted, or Warrior's Will boosted dash, you get hit with that 60% slow, and it's pretty potent. But I mean, a 50% slow would have been a little bit more dealable, I think I want to say. But I'm not going to say that this is game breaking. I do think this will bring her down a little bit more, especially this shield reduction. This is actually very interesting. But I mean, it's going to hurt team fight. I almost feel like, will it kill her team fight? No. Will it make it a little bit less effective? Yes, because I mean, you have a lot of ways to actually discount that slow. You have Wing Blade, you have Sprint, and you have what is it called? Beads. And that's 3 options to get out of that, compared to something like Ares ult, which you need beads for. I mean, you can get Magi's, you could technically get Magi's, but if you have another CC'er on your team, let's say a Nox especially, oh my god, a Nox will get rid of that CC quick, because she'll literally just throw the silence under you and it's gone. So having 3 short cool, I mean, Sprint's not a long cooldown. I mean, that's not a short cooldown, but Wingblade is like 60 seconds every minute, or is it 90 seconds? Wingblade is pretty quick, and this is not a short cooldown ability, and I mean, it hits, I think it's 100 at max rank, which means that full cooldown it's what, 60? So it's about in line with Wingblade. And if you get Sprint, if someone on your team is smart and saves their Sprint, I mean, it could. I mean, this is the slow. I felt like the slow was going to get nerfed. I just don't know why. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's a big team fight mechanic, and we'll see. We'll see if it really does affect her that much. I mean, the shield in this next section I'm just about to get to is going to be a big change, in that she's no longer going to be that early game god, like I said. So they've decreased the shield to go ramping up, which I've actually talked when we talked about the god. I've actually talked about not just dropping the shield, but dropping it to a going up to about the same, like, shield or whatever, the same health proportion. Ramping it up to make her more late game, but keeping that mid game. So you go from 20 to 40 at all ranks, 20 to 40 at each rank. I said all ranks instead of 40 at every rank, which that 40% is still pretty strong. 20% is going to die pretty quickly. I think Erling's, if I remember correctly, is 30. No, his is like 20. And that 20%, I don't even know. I want to say Erling's shield on the turtle is 20%, but I could be wrong. Could be 15. But that thing dies pretty quickly. So this is going to take away a lot of safety out of her ult, especially with if you don't boost it. You only get 20% slow, and let's just say you're running against an Erling in lane, or something else that has kind of somebody that's just running that Fatalis. It could be a bit harder lane. And I mean, if you get slowed, you're not immune to slows. If you get slowed, you're fighting an Osiris. That's still, I mean, you're both slowed at that point, and it's still going to be a fight. So I don't think it's going to hurt her laning Her laning is still going to be really good. Her clear is going to be good. her early boxing is going to be nearly non-existent because once you use Ren to clear, you have nothing else, really. Because you have to clear quickly, you have to use Plan of Action Rend. That's why I'm not really using the the increased one, the Plan of Action buffed, because you're going to use Plan of Action early to clear. Um, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it does affect her. I feel like she may turn into another Amaterasu in that she's better in other roles than in the solo lane, unless you want that late game team fight, like really high level monster for that mid game. But could very well get bullied. But I mean, if you played against a, it's not like you're going to be sitting there just unkillable either. It's the shield may save you a couple times, but you get pulled in. I mean, people don't think about it, but Vamana does a lot. And I mean, the slow don't help you against Vamana. And Vamana, I usually try to pick examples that will really counter her pretty well in lane. And I mean, jungle wise, she's doing fine in jungle. This doesn't really affect her jungle. This may affect her support ability a little bit because you're not as safe, you're not as CC heavy. But I mean, solo lane wise, to stay in there, Vamana is going to be a hard counter because if you get her low, she's going to ult. You ult to counter that. So bye, basically, because especially if they have Frostbound already online, your slow is negligible, and if your dash is down, you're screwed. So, and the dash is not. I mean, it's a pretty. Our cooldowns are pretty long compared to a lot of what I expected. So we'll see how it goes. So if you go aggressive, you have to be careful who you're going up against. I mean, because Plan of Action is going to be down a lot of the time early. So, but of course, we'll see how well she does. I really do think this is going to make her a much more bullyable god in the solo lane, making her much more noticeable. I mean, much more playable in the jungle, maybe the support lane, the support position. I really don't think she's going to be playing solo. I really don't with these changes, just because how bullyable I feel like this is going to make her. She already does. She clears pretty early, but I mean, once Plan of Action is down, you have two abilities, and your ultimate and your leap. And if you get a Ravana, a Wukong, a Famana, a Erling, just people that want to box you, people that want to rough you up, Osiris. And those are gods that are in the meta right now. Bellona, Osiris, like, those are going to be gods that she's going to have trouble with, I feel like. I could be absolutely wrong, but I mean, her basic attack chain's good and all, and it hits a long range, but I mean, there's going to be gods that clear as good as she does early. I mean, Amy clears really well, but she's just not a good boxer early. So I feel like she's going to be more of an Amaterasu in the fact that going to have good clear, not great boxer early. We'll be able to get pushed out. We'll be able to lose experience, but it's going to be that more team fight presence, like Amy. So we'll see how it comes down. We'll see where she goes. I mean, she may end up like Erling, and you never see her in the solo lane, but you always see him in support or whatever. So I know I'll be playing her more support than anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll talk to you guys next time. We've got one more patch for the season 3, and then 4.0 comes along, or 4.1 comes along, and I hope to see you guys in those patch notes. I'll be seeing you guys next time, and hopefully Fang will also be here. Goodbye.